All right, hello and welcome to Swing It and Ding It, an iHeartMedia podcast. Man, this is a birdie fest.
It's a Philly show, baby.
Philly
Let's go.
That's right. Welcome into Swing It and Ding It. Moose along with Mays and Matthews. And I am excited for this show because, it's awesome that we get to talk to Brad Faxon and Denny McCarthy and Nico Echeverria and all these people from around the country.
Yeah.
But what makes us at our core is what's on my hat. It's Philly golf, right? and we always bring it back to that no matter who we have on. And today we have two great people from the Philadelphia golf scene. We will have back on the links here, our buddy Mike Reagan on shortly. But we start off with, a little bit. But we start off with the story that took over Philadelphia this week. Ryan Winchester of Rolling Green, 2 hole-in-ones in one round. Ryan, welcome to Swing It and Ding It, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot we need to get into with this, but let's just start with the round itself, right? What was the round? Who were you playing with? How did it kind of go down? Just walk us through it.
Yeah, so day before on, guess it was Saturday morning, there was an open tee time. I think it was 8:20, which I typically like to get out early on the weekends. We use like a typical tee time situation app. I grabbed the first time at 8:20, solo member, and then 2 of my buddies that I play with often up there joined. Shout out to Morgan McLean and Mike McGowan, and then DeSantis also joined us. So I play with both of all 3 of those guys pretty often. So that's how it all started.
Got it.
All right. So after the first hole-in-one, what are we thinking for the rest of the round? How's that reaction? What's going on? What are the vibes like of the group that you're with?
Yeah, I mean, after the first hole-in-one, it was, it was kind of a big deal. But candidly, the third hole, a lot of hole-in-ones happened there, just based on the contours of the green and the ball being able to funnel to the hole quite often. But vibes were obviously very high.
What was it playing? The 3. What was it playing that day?
So a little bit more of a
79
backstory here. When we got started on the round, we were going to play. We're like, what tees are we going to play? Greens or golds? Golds are a little bit further back. And I had said on one's box, I'm like, let's play the greens. Let's have some fun. So 3 was playing a little bit shorter. It was 161, slightly downwind. It's downhill as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit a 9-iron shaped right to left, and it just kind of landed about 10 feet short right of the pin and had some draw spin and just dropped in pretty nicely. So after that, I kind of hunkered down in terms of wanting to put a good round together. And you don't want to get a hole-in-one and, shoot an 85 or above your handicap or well above. So it was really just trying to stay focused. Wheels fell off a bit in the middle of the round. The back 9, 10, I missed a 2.5-footer for par. I chunked a shot on 12. If you've played Rolling Green, that short par 3 or par 4. I had about 65 yards in. Chunked one, bladed one long almost off the back, had a nice 2-putt for a bogey to get out of there. And, moving over to 16 or 15, another great tee shot. Had about 85 yards in. And on that shot, if you've ever played Rolling Green, that green is very undulated. There's a big slope in the middle of it. I landed directly in the center of that slope and ripped it off the front of the green. And it essentially almost came back to my feet. I was about 65 yards out and ended up getting up and down from there for par. So I was feeling pretty good going in the 16. And it was the wind picked up as kind of the day went along, and it kind of does switch up there. And Rolling Green, there's a significant amount of wind. I feel like comparatively to other courses in the area. I mean, we saw it at Aronimink a few weeks ago. But it was kind of off the left, maybe a little bit downwind, and pin was, in my opinion, was probably one of the harder pins for that hole. It was right in the front. And I hit a pitching wedge, like little hold off left of the pin, just let it kind of ride the wind off the right, and it just landed about 5 feet to the left of the hole and took about one hop, spun back, and went right in about 9 o'clock. So it was what I'm very happy about is they were both very well struck shots. And both of them, the first one, they were like, well, that could be expensive. And the second one, they were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Again. And we kind of lost our minds after the second one went in, and a lot of disbelief and looking around and like, what's going on here? And after the second one, I was pretty depleted from an energy perspective. And,
You got
17
two par fives to finish.
Yeah, and 17, I'm like, all right, no, I could hit one out here pretty good and maybe get there in 2. And I, tried to hit it as pretty much as hard as I could. And I made like a tennis noise through strike
grunt.
ball. So yeah, exactly. A nice tennis grunt in there.
A little Monica Seles grunt.
Yeah. So in the crazy part about the whole day, it was really a lot of. Obviously, I got 2 holes in one, so I should be, really happy. But there's a lot of missed opportunities to go really, really low. I missed an 8-footer on 4, missed a 10-footer on 5, missed a birdie putt on 7. I almost holed out on 9, hit it to about 2.5 feet from 80 yards, and which I didn't mention on the second hole, I chipped in from behind the green for a 3
Nice.
before I had the hole in one. So
it could have been a career round.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
What's your career low?
At Rolling
how
Green,
close were you?
So that is my career low at 72. I also shot a 73. I guess it's 72 or 73 was my low round before. But the last low round, I think, was when I had my last hole in one in 2023. So it's
very cool.
Try to go low when you have an opportunity like a hole in one. So and 2
that's what I was
I
was going to ask you. How many other ones do you have? Was it one coming into that round or?
Yeah, it was one going into the round. It was in June 10th of 2023, hole 6 at Rolling Green.
This is
so
your time
today's
of
the
year.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Wait, how wild is that?
That was 3 years ago today.
Yeah, so that was
June's your month.
That was a 7-iron from 169 that, if I'm being honest about it, I towed the hell out of it. And it just got on the front left of the green and chased back, took the slope, and dropped in. So It was nice to have. Obviously, it was nice to have another one, but 2 that were same day, great balls is definitely a moment I will never forget.
What was the reaction from your group on the first one? Because where you guys are, I guess 2 Green is right behind you. Were there other groups to see this? You're not far from the clubhouse. Like, did anybody else see it besides your group?
Yeah. So Tim, the outdoor guy over there that kind of runs the bag room and the whole outdoor process at Rolling Green saw that one, and I was actually talking to him a little bit this morning. So he saw that one, and then the second one outside of our group, a member was having his son get a lesson, and you're in decent proximity to 16 from there, and he saw the roar and everything all go in. So that was kind of cool.
Keep your internet trolls at bay. I saw all the comments like on the Fox thing. They're like, we don't believe it. Why is there no video? It's like, he's not making this up.
So a little funny story about that is we had 2 caddies with us that day. I was carrying my own bag, but I think it was Ron and Morgan that were they had caddies, and one of the caddies during the round, he had like one of those the Meta glasses on, the Ray-Ban or Oakley Meta glasses, and after the first one, he's like, oh man, I really should have had my Meta glasses on. Then, the day carries on. We're a few holes through, maybe even on the back 9. And he's like, oh, man, you know what? I just realized they're dead. And I was, so what could have been, we could have at least proven one, I guess.
Yeah. Some great content.
Well, the odds are 1 in 20 million. They say it happens once every 600 years. So that's why it is quite the big deal, man.
I got 1 in 67 million for 1 and 2 in the same round.
Oh,
67 million.
That's
so
wild.
the 1 in 20 is adjusted to handicap, I believe. So
Okay.
The
Check
1 in
that out.
67, I think, is maybe an average handicap of USGA.
Okay.
But still, I'll take 1 in 20. But I did end up getting those lotto tickets, but stayed up last night.
I saw that. What the exact yardage and
Yeah, I did something like what was the date? 6-7. So it was like 6, 7, 9, 161 and 16 and 133 or something, and mixed match of those. So
how much credit does Braden Shattuck get out of this? Former guest of Swing It and Ding It, but we heard maybe you did a little work with him.
Yeah, it was this year's been a bit of a struggle with the swing. About 2 weeks ago, I got a quick lesson from Braden, and I've played 3 times since then, and they've all been good rounds. And I'm a bit of a tinkerer, and one of the takeaways after I left, I was like leaving. He's like, dude, you got to just do this for 30 minutes at the range and leave. Like, don't tinker, just don't beat balls for an hour and a half. Just do it for 30 minutes and get out of there. So that's kind of
good advice.
It's what I've been trying to do. It's more about, I guess, intentional practice as opposed to unintentional practice, and it goes a long way when you're trying to get better at anything, but specifically golf. So,
wow, man, it's just awesome. I mean, it's like, how expensive was it? I got to know. Like, do you guys have an insurance thing over there?
Yeah.
And, what was it like in the bar after the round?
Yeah, and the bar was pretty cool. It was, it was not a very busy Sunday, so there wasn't a whole ton of people in the bar area when we got in, but I did get a nice little standing ovation and some roars from the other members. I didn't really know how it worked. Yeah, in terms of what the bar credits were going to be and things of that nature. But it was nice to have the $1,400, and I was just spend it all. So I don't know when it eventually turned off, but I know that it was fully used, and now I have $600 worth of golf balls for the next 2-3 years.
That's awesome. Well, how long have you been at Rolling Green? Take us through your golf journey quickly. Where'd you start playing, and how long have you been there?
Yeah, so I've been at Rolling Green since, I believe, 2022 or 2021. I was on the wait list for a year and then joined as an intermediate. And now, so it's been a few years. I guess it's been about 4. It's my 4th year, I think. Before that, wasn't really a member anywhere. I grew up in Levittown playing golf, got introduced to the game in kind of an odd way. So no one in my family plays golf except for my grandmother remarried, and my grandpa Jim introduced me to the game, and he worked at a car dealership. So we played a lot of Sundays and Tuesdays, and started kind of at around 8 years old, and just kept at it for a while. I caddied at Tarsdale as a kid, probably 13 years old. My dad used to drop me off. My dad and mom used to drop me off at the to go caddy and then pick me up before I had, cell phones were around, and you didn't get out. You got to wait until, somebody's done work to come pick you up. And then I worked at Spring Mill Country Club in Ivyland for, all throughout college, and worked in the bag room in the pro shop.
You're a lifer. That's what we love to hear.
For sure. I'm a lifer. Played high school golf at Neshaminy.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had a pretty good squad back in the day. So still keep in touch with one of the guys. I was texting with him the other day, and he's down in Georgia now. So it was we chopped it up a bit late night on Sunday. I was over a heady topper, which was
there you go.
Cap off.
Nice.
A good day.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, just right there, you mentioned probably 5 or 6 courses within the Philly area. I never let a guest go without asking them, what is your favorite Philadelphia area course that you've played?
Oh, man.
And Rolling Green could be exempt because it's the home course.
Okay, cool. Because real quick, though, about Rolling Green, what the really nice thing about Rolling Green is it never really plays the same way twice, right? You
Yeah.
have a lot of different options. I was there kind of after they took the trees out, so it's more of a second shot golf course. The ability to be creative and kind of score in different ways there is, I would argue, unmatched in the Philadelphia area. So shout out to Rolling Green.
Rolling Green is mentioned more on this show than probably any other golf course.
Literally.
Yeah, but I really like Applebrook. It's a fun track. They have some really cool holes there. That's probably my number one in the area. But I haven't played Marion, so anyone on the show wants to bring me on as a guest, please reach out. But
we'll contact your agent.
Great stuff, Ryan. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man. We appreciate you hopping on with us. We know you're not dying to do a bunch of media and talk to people, so we appreciate you hopping on with Swing It and Ding It, man.
Appreciate it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. There we go. All right, welcome back to Swing It and Ding It. Thanks to Ryan Winchester for joining us. Not 17 years old, by the way, because I saw that post. He's 36. So people were really mad. I'm like, no, he's not 17.
Yeah.
But we're joined by my new favorite follower on Instagram, Mike Reagan. Mike, you say it. I don't want to do it justice. What's the name of the account?
Back on the Links, sir.
There it is. There it is. That
really
is going to be
back on the Links. The here is just a habit.
Yeah. yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. Talk to us about starting the account, right? Obviously, we'll talk about your golf journey, how you started, but what made you think, you know what, I want to put this out there, do a little voiceover and see where this goes.
Well, you ever see the guy OG Lot? Does pretty much the same thing I do.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that, laughed as hard as I could laugh. And I said, I could do this.
RNG.
So I said, just give it. Yeah, RNG. There it is. Big fans of him.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
But that's what really just said, let's just give it a shot. And I did it for about 2 years. It was kind of stagnant. And then out of nowhere, bang, it just started getting
The
little
power
by little.
of social media, right?
Yeah.
Love it. Well, Mike, I'm going to shake things up a little bit. I just want to play a little game. I made it up like 30 minutes ago. It's called How Delco is Mike. So I'm going to hold up a piece of paper with a word on it. And I just need you to say that word out loud just so I can really get the impact of this Delco that we have. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Water.
Come back a little bit. There you go.
Water.
All right.
Water.
All right.
Crayon.
Okay.
Acme. Florida. Naples, Florida. Just came from there.
Yeah.
Eagles. Creek.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a fisherman. So. Huge.
Huge. Very good. That's pretty Delco, Mike. That's impressive.
A lot of guys like Pillow, Winda. That's a couple more they get it funny.
Tail. There's a bunch of them.
Tails, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of fun. I was watching the account going through and I was like, this Delco is just, it pulls me in even more. I need to hear him say some of my favorite Delco-isms.
That's awesome.
Well, tell us about building the Instagram account. I mean, because that's something I think you could get really frustrated with. You're like, what, I'm slow building followers. I'm not getting a lot of people watching my videos maybe at the start, and you get frustrated and you bail. Like talk about that. It's sort of persevering. And then when it finally, hit, like what happened that it finally hit?
I wouldn't even say it finally hit yet. I think we're just breaking the ice really right now.
Okay.
But I feel like it's going to hit. I got all faith that this thing's going to hit. But I was posting to my other Instagram, Mike Reagan 11, and just posted them there. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start another one and just strictly do the Back on the Links. So there was 20 followers for a week. Then there was 25 for 2 weeks. Then we went to Myrtle Beach, and that's when it really started. I'm like, whoa, hold the phone here. We might be on to something here. And then like about a month and a half ago, I said to my wife, I'm really going to go for it. And if you're going to try this, if your wife ain't on board, it ain't going to work.
Right.
Because I am playing golf like a professional golfer would. 72 holes in 48 hours last week. and she's good with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing. If you're going to try to post this kind of stuff, make sure your significant other is locked and loaded, because it's
and
tough.
supports it. Well, your wife,
sure.
is supporting it. What about your friends? What is the feedback from them? What are they saying? Are they following the account? Are they onto it?
I got great friends. I got my buddy Phil right here. This is all his streaming equipment. So he's he hooked me up here with this. He's designing all the merch for me, and without him, I'll tell you, man, it would have never been able to really get it off the runway at all. Just you got to have the good friends behind it. You're gonna have friends that. Let me tell you something. When you see videos popping up and they say your friends are the first ones to turn on you, that's true too.
Oh yeah.
Some of the people you would never think are like, man, this idiot is posting again. He posted 5 times today.
Yeah.
But
well, Mike, go ahead. No, finish that thought. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, if you can let that go, that's when you can get rid of that cringe effect. That's when it could just post.
Yeah,
well, we're loving it. We're enjoying it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, yeah, you mentioned it, right? The key is playing, getting the at bats, getting out there and playing golf. Talk about kind of your golf journey, where you started, and how you're getting out there so much to be able to capture this content right now.
I started about 15 years ago. Probably my biggest regret in not playing in high school, I didn't have any interest in golf then. Out of high school,
neither did we.
Yeah, it's sad. I wish I did, but found the itch right out of high school. Me and my buddy Loomis were playing every week, twice a week. Then, life happens. Then it turns into once a month, if you're lucky. But I was lucky enough to bless with this little bit of shine I got right now. So I'm whacking it as much as I can right now.
There's a drop. That would be a drop.
Big time, Paul.
In the old radio days, that would be a good drop right there.
Well, what I like, Mike, I enjoy watching a full body golfer. Harry at the 1912 Club, Harry's got this flat belly Fridays. He's hooked up with a couple in shape guys he's playing golf with. Yeah. For me, I like watching a full body golfer.
There's not many out there. I'm noticeable. I don't know if it's just because the bigness. I go to Springfield Country Club right now. It's like Elvis walking through there.
There you go.
And I'll give you this. I usually don't like to talk about news until it's official, but we're still trying to dot the T's and cross the I's. We might be getting the Back on the Links hats in Springfield Country Club.
Oh, wow.
And the merch.
There you go.
There you get that going there.
I like that. Yep.
That's beautiful. Well, I tell you, you got to tell me about this Naples trip, because I just recently purchased a house not too far from there. And I love the golf down there. How did that whole thing hook up? And tell us about it.
All right, this is great. So I got a message on Instagram from a guy named Lance Tanicchio. I'm saying that wrong. He knows that I can't. Both golf courses I still can't pronounce. But he messaged me saying, "Hey, I'm a Delco guy that moved to Naples and sells real estate. Any interest in playing these Naples courses?" And I was like, say the word, and I'm there. So we talked on the phone from there, and of course I had to check with the boss, my wife, made sure we didn't have any softball tournaments or anything, and went for it. My wife was like, "Sure ain't gonna get raped there?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine. Like nobody wants to do nothing to me." But it was sketchy, but. When I got there, this dude was like hanging out
golf,
with
man.
Was hanging out with us, just an older guy. Yeah. And the dude went out and shot an 80. Like and this course was so I'm playing Springfield constantly, Parx and Isle constantly. So any of you guys got any hookups, get me into these nice clubs.
Was one of them Kinsale?
No, it was Esplanade and Tiburon.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They play some tour events there. Like
they got the Ritz-Carlton there. That course was, oh my God. I'm ashamed to tell you, but I shot. But it was a 103. But
that's a road
whole
game.
box of balls.
Game.
I was so ashamed to go to this guy and be like, "I'm sorry, pal, but I lost all these balls." He hooked me up at like 3 sleeves of Pro V once.
Wow.
But it was funny. I was playing men's league tonight, and I hit a shot. And I'm like, God, it's a Delco duck. So I mean, this stuff that the stuff that you're putting out there, getting the jar, it's sticking.
Oh
man.
yeah.
So
we're playing. Me and Lance were playing at Espionage. A guy is up in the condo. Lance is taking my. Lance was like, "You bring a cameraman with you?" I said, "No, it's just my buddies holding the phone." And he says, "I said you're going to be holding the phone during this." He's like, "So we're on the 8th green. I'm trying for a par putt. We hear off in some condo, get in the jar." And
No way.
Like that, I'm telling you, that for me, I'm getting a bunch of messages saying like, "You're the reason I'm playing golf," and like that's what gets me going. But that right there, Naples, Florida, and a guy at the airport came up and was like, "Yo, your videos are hilarious." That stuff right there, I'm like, wow, this stuff is actually something there.
One of my buddies at Lanark, I told him we were having you on. He's like, "You got to have him do the back on the links." They just love that.
I'm dying to play there, so tell him I'll go do it in
You'll
front
say
of him.
it all day, all round.
I'll say it as many
round.
as times as he wants. Wash the dishes after, whatever he needs.
I have a feeling you're going to be getting some invites.
I hope so, because I'm dying to get that. I mean, after I got a taste of it, and then I did just go play White Creek yesterday, which is that back open.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was back open. So that was cool to see that. White Clay Creek, yeah.
If it rains any day prior to that, don't go there because it's club pitch only. But but it is in great shape again. Happy that's back open. It's a great track.
You get out to Glen Mills?
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah.
It's love it there.
Yeah.
Love it there, but a little bit pricey nowadays.
Yeah. What about Jeffersonville? You tried that one yet?
Love it. Yeah. Beat the crap out of me.
It's tough, man. Us too. Those greens, man.
Yeah.
So what's next? What do you when you look at this and you're saying, what else are we going to be doing? Like, what are your thoughts moving forward?
Right now, we're just like having fun with it. I don't have like a big goal set. It's just having fun and just seeing how far I can go. Like this little Florida trip really kind of blew my head up a little bit, saying the sky's the limit now. Who knows? I might be getting on a P-Jet going to Pebble Beach next week or something. But
that's right.
You
look like a blast to play with, man.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
We'll definitely get you out. We're not
Moose, you don't have one spot.
We got some connections.
You don't have a spot left in your boondoggle at Pebble Beach coming up. Moose goes out there every year. Pebble Beach.
Oh yeah, Pebble. Oh my God, I do.
I'm going out in July. Well, listen, we want to personally invite you to the Swing It and Ding It Open at the Legacy Club on October 12th. So you'll be our guest for that if you could make it. Mark that down in your calendar.
Let me check with the boss before I give you the guarantee.
With the boss.
Okay, but
it's Columbus Day. Oh, so you got
we'll make it work for you guys. Bringing me on the show, we'll make it work.
You'll have fun. Trust me when I tell you, you'll have.
I know it.
You'll have.
I can tell by meeting you guys, it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
I love it, Mike.
Awesome.
And let's talk a little bit about Philly golf. There's a ton of courses. The guys like to refer to it as an embarrassment of riches. What's your bucket list number one Philadelphia course to play?
Got to be Marion.
Yeah.
Even though after just walking all them 30,000 steps at Aronimink, that's right there too now though. I actually called Aronimink a couple last year and was like, "Hey, I bought a house about 2 blocks away. Anyway, I can get a trial run." They were like, "Good try, pal."
Yeah. Click.
Yeah.
A trial run. That's incredible.
But it didn't work. But
30 days, money back guarantee. Let me just play like 12 rounds.
Yeah. Wow.
Hopefully they'll be calling. I'm here. The phone is right here. Courses, big courses, little courses, anything private, anything.
Yeah. Well,
what do you get you out there?
What do you do for a living? Like, to sort of work all this golf in. Like, what's your?
I work for American Airlines.
Oh, okay.
So it's easy to once you get your friends in the right, they'll take your shifts easily.
Okay.
But it is what it is. You got to keep the 9 to 5 rolling until the.
Does it help with the travel? Does it help with travel perks, like if you flying places and stuff? Or?
It is nice to have, but I try to avoid it at all costs. Like if me and the family are going, if it's just me, different story. I don't care if I got to bounce around. But when I got the family involved, it's scary.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, man, we appreciate you hopping on. Make sure everyone's following Back on the Links. I have a feeling this is just the start of some really good stuff. We've been doing this since right before COVID, so we've seen a lot of stuff over the years, and I feel like you're right on the cusp of something awesome. So we're rooting for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for hopping on.
Thank you so much. Can't wait. Hopefully, you guys can get me in them nice courses. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks.
You
See
got
ya.
it.
See you, man. All right, welcome back to Swing It and Ding It, man. This is a fun show so far.
Yeah.
Just Philly golf's finest. It's the people, the places in this area that just make the game of golf so much fun. And back on the links here. I can't stop saying it. Like, I can't stop saying it. I literally can't stop saying it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that merch going into the Springfield Country Club. I like that. Back on the links. That's good stuff.
He's doing it right. He's getting the merch. He's pushing everything out. A little inspiration maybe for him if he's still listening. Rick Shields.
I think he's still on.
Yeah, he's still with us. He's backstage. Yeah. Rick Shields actually is the first golf YouTube creator to hit 1 billion views. That's insane. It just goes to tell you billion with a B, Harry.
And you know, it's crazy. I've never watched one thing. And I consume a lot. I don't know why. I consume a lot of golf content. I've never watched any. It's so weird.
Been around for a while.
I know.
Yeah. So maybe a couple more, Rick, you're welcome. I just helped you out with a couple more listeners.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, it just goes to show you the popularity of golf and, where it's at. Yeah. Just this guy starting.
And just personalities, man. People are so starved for personalities. And when somebody makes
the Delco, that's why I was I got to make them say some of these words.
And when somebody just, doesn't look like the prototypical person, doesn't have the perfect swing that you're seeing posted, that looks more like we play full out body. There, full body golfer. You love to see it. Love to see it. Well, we had another playoff on the PGA Tour, the Memorial. JT Poston wins in a playoff over Ryan Gerard. It was a fun playoff to watch. I mean, they were hitting some golf shots, but isn't it crazy? I mean, it's always the putts, right? It's the 5-footer, which looked like it was the same putt almost, but it broke a little bit more. And JT Poston gets the win. An interesting player to me, someone who always seems to be right there.
Yeah.
Because this guy going to be one of the top guys. But he gets it done, man. Gets it done.
Yeah, his 4th event now. He's won the Shriners, the John Deere, and the Wyndham. And now this win takes him into a different stratosphere. Now you're all of a sudden you're in all the elevated events. He's very close to. I think he's 32nd in the FedEx Cup, so he's close to Tour Championship level right
Massive
now.
Win.
He's going to be deep into the playoffs. Probably end up in the Tour Championship, and it changes your life. Always been a really good putter. He's one of those real low key, Southern guys from North Carolina. Not a lot of emotion out of him. You never tell if he's 5 over or shooting a low round. He just kind of goes through it. I kind of admire that. But man, I'll tell you, I didn't watch as much of this live. I went back and watched it because I was consuming the U.S. Open, the Women's Open.
Oh yeah.
But man, you had at one point. When Burns, Poston, and Gerard all made birdie on the last par 5 15th, there was a 5-way tie for the lead at 11 under par because you had Clark in there and Fleetwood. And then Gerard holds this 37-foot putt for birdie on 17, and you saw him point at somebody in the crowd. The camera got him. He was into it, man. That guy gets really emotional and into it. And then Burns makes bogey on the same hole. And I thought it was kind of a dumb bogey, to be honest with him. He's got his 2 feet were in the bunker, basically. He's choked down to the metal, and he's trying to hit it 170 yards to this really tough green. I'm just pitch it up there and get to a yardage and hit a wedge and try to make par. You could make par. And he put it into the hazard and ends up making bogey. So he was out of it. And Fleetwood had already bogeyed that hole. But then Poston hits an approach on 18 to 8 feet to force the playoff. I mean, that was a golf shot. That is a really hard golf hole. It's hard to find the fairway, number one, and then it's hard to hit the green, especially if you don't find the fairway. But did you notice when Gerard was teeing off on the 72nd hole, the 18th hole, he hits his tee shot, and some idiot yells, "Get in the bunker!" And he goes, "It's not in the bunker, dog," as he's picking up his tee. He's so dialed in. He knew it was in the fairway, and he just reacted. I thought that was awesome. That was really awesome.
It was. Great reaction.
It's not in the bunker, dog.
What a great reaction.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
It was fun. The playoff, they went through 2 holes, and Poston hits it to what is it, 7-8 feet again, and then makes the par, and par was good enough to win, and you'll take it, man. He shot 7 under 65 on Friday. This is where he grabbed the tournament by the throat. In just a very windy day. The conditions were really tough. And you look at some of the other scores that day and some of the players that shot him. Ricky Fowler shot 82. Akshay shot 80. Berger, 81. Spawn, 77. JT, Justin Thomas, the other JT, 75. Rory, 74. Rosie, 76. Siwoo, 76. Oberg, my guy, 78. See you later. He barely made the cut, my one-ton player. But, I mean, my point is it was really, really tough. And this guy goes and shoots 65.
Man.
Unreal.
Yeah. I mean, that's with those other scores. You shoot a 65 that day. You talked about how about Rory and Scotty T12s in this event. Wyndham Clark, we're 3rd place. I mean, he's having a hell of a year.
Yep.
Sam Burns, who looked like he had a shot for a while, T4 with Fleetwood. And how about Alex Fitzpatrick, another top 10, T6, man.
Yep.
Good for him for playing that well and scoring like he did. And now you see him for this week. He's in the top 15 in betting with Parx. So
he might appear again on this show. I can't promise it, but that name might come up again. But how about Scotty getting into it with the caddy a little bit on 16 when he hit the ball in the water?
Yeah, has anything come out since that? Like I couldn't tell because he's so nice that it was a wee, right? He wasn't like he was weeing it. I couldn't tell if he was just mad at the conditions, and the fact that I couldn't tell if he wasn't getting the right yardage or what was going on.
I think the wind. I think he claimed that he read the wind a little wrong because he flushed it. He said he hit a great shot, and like they know as soon as they hit those shots, like they know the yardage they're going to hit it. Like it was there, and the wind knocked it into the water. And the frustration.
But he said, I absolutely flushed a 7-iron, and I'm in the water. I don't think you know how frustrating that is.
Yep.
And Ted responded saying, maybe don't hit it there then.
Yeah. You maybe don't hit it there then.
And that course was driving people crazy.
Yes. Yeah, it really was.
Crazy. Yeah, but hell of an event. One of our listeners got mad because I told Jack to relax last week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I said, relax and have a milkshake.
Oh, yeah.
Someone got mad. I was no disrespect to Jack. I was just saying, relax, man. You're good. You did it all, brother. You don't have to worry about nothing else. You're the man. I don't want the golf gods getting mad at me that I offended Jack. That wasn't what it was. It was just you don't have to be involved in all the rule changes and everything now, man. You did your
part. Have the milkshake and relax.
Yeah.
Just have the milkshake and relax. It's just because I'm not eating, carbs or sweets. I'm angry and I'm not eating milkshakes.
Is that right?
So, yeah,
Were you on some diet?
I know.
It's cutting season for summer. He's ready to.
And I always on something, Well, Danielle and Harry, you guys were all over it last week, and I couldn't have agreed more. But Nelly Korda gets it done at the U.S. Women's Open. I mean, that last putt, by the way, we were talking about today at the golf course. I mean, she thought she 100% missed that off the face.
I kind of did too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I love watching her play golf. Her swing is just immaculate. And for her to get that done with that pressure that she had on her, right? With, I think, the weight of the world saying that you need to get this done. That's hard.
Yeah.
And to do it in the fashion she did, incredible win.
Oh, yeah. You could see the motion after too, sitting here with the trophy and just, insane.
Yeah.
Insane. And we talked about it last week. So opportunity for a Grand Slam still this season.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, it's her 4th major. I mean, she's got 2 chevrons, a PGA and a U.S. Open. She's won both this season. She could get the in-season Grand Slam.
Grand Slam, she could get a Super Slam if she wins.
Imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's her 19th LPGA title, too.
Jeez.
And, they got the Women's PGA coming up at Hazeltine, which is another one of those venues where the men have been for many U.S. Opens. Ryder Cups have been there. PGAs have been there. That's a storied spot in Minnesota. So it's really cool to see the women getting to play these venues, number one, and with the elevated purses. And, man, you had TV on later on Sunday night, Sunday late afternoon. You had Charlie Hull and Nelly Korda going, mano a mano, or, for a U.S. Open title. That's all they could ask for. I mean, if you're going to write a script, right, if you're going to paint like, hey, what's our ideal setting here on Sunday? Well, Nelly and Charlie, and let's throw in, Inji
a couple
Chun.
cigarettes.
A couple heaters. Let's put Inji Chun in there. She's got a bunch of majors. She's sort of like the Brooks Koepka of the LPGA. She's got 3 majors and 4 wins. She only wins majors. So you throw her in there too, and it was awesome, man. I tell you, I was captivated by it. And, how about the amateurs in the event? Like, this is really good for, like, the future of this tour. Kiara Romero, who I've been watching for 2 years now at Oregon, she finished T6. She's American. Maria Jose Marin, who won the Augusta women's amateur event a few weeks ago, was a T8. She's from Colombia. Aphrodite Deng, who's like 17 years old, from Canada. Asterisk Tally, who's a teenager from America, T22. And then you had some good American LPGA players showing up. Corpuz, Kupcho, Coughlin, all had good weeks, and Allison Lee too. So it was a really good week for American women's golf and the future of the women's league, with all these amateurs showing up at such a great venue. And man, Riviera popped on TV in May.
Yeah. Man,
it looks totally different than when the men play there in February, where it's like it's a little
color,
dormant,
a little more
cooler.
life.
Yeah, man, it looked beautiful, didn't it?
really did.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Really good.
Great stuff. Congratulations to Nelly. And excited to see how she could finish this season. But when she is on, man, she is tough. Daniel,
Harry,
let's go ahead. After finish that thought and then spill some tea.
Perfect. Yeah, Harry, I think you've said it a lot. She's like the perfect ambassador for women's golf, and I just have been consumed in listening to her interviews and stuff. She's excited how she's talking about it. She mentioned her swing in 2013. She's like, ew, like it was gross. And then she said like her parents spent so much time with her, like just working on her tempo and everything else. So just listening to her talk about the game, the swing, it's educational and it's
what a
fun.
family. What a family, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Tennis, golf.
Good genes there. Good athletic genes.
Just part of the routine, I guess, learn to say yes, please, and win majors.
Yep.
Well, on the opposite side, we can go to, I guess, an Instagram creator. So outkick.com. I thought this was kind of funny. So the Wags, you guys know them, Jenna Sims being one. She met Travis Kelce, and she's being recorded saying, I mean, he's my hall pass. Brooks knows that. And Brooks was like, you're so ridiculous. And then there's a photo of them from an SI like swimsuit thing that's rotating around. So that's all over social with her doing that, which is ridiculous.
You ever see the post where it's like my wife's hall pass? It's like Brad Pitt, George Clooney, and someone else. It's like mine, her sister, the babysitter, and the girl at ShopRite.
The girl at ShopRite. Yeah.
Nice.
I always send it to my wife whenever I see it.
Yeah. She's like, you're not going grocery shopping. Get you out of teeth. All right, let's take it back to golf, boys. Ben Coles, he won the corner.
We lost you. We lost your audio. We don't have you, Danielle. I think it sounded like something maybe unplugged. So let's see if that.
Yeah, it sounded like she clipped something.
Yeah, I threw her off with the ShopRite comment.
Yeah,
I messed it all up.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay, Harry. We could try to do. We can't spill tea, but let's
we cannot.
We can talk about our golf. I just got done men's league tonight.
Okay.
And we got in 8 out of 9 holes, Harry.
Oh wow!
8 out of 9 holes because the thunder and lightning rolled in. But
can you hear me now?
It's fun.
There we go.
All right, pick right back up where you left off. Go for it. You're good. Yeah, we got you.
No, we don't.
Can you hear me now? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're back. I'm sorry. I think I got too excited and I pulled the plug off my mic. I'm sorry about that.
No more hall pass talk.
I know, right? Okay, so like I said, let's bring it back to golf. Ben Coles, he won the Korn Ferry Tour BMW Charity Pro-Am event in Greenville. But they have a pretty great clip. Corn Ferry Tour has been doing a good job with a little bit more of, the stories on the guys, the players, everything else. And they have him literally rushing through trophy presentation to drive to Charlotte to try to make a flight to get to DC in time for US Open qualifying. And the cool part is he got through. So just showing that, like, you get a win, but it's like, okay, move. You got to go. You just see the grind of this. And
U.S. Open qualifying was awesome to see this week.
How
right?
cool.
Yeah.
You guys are, our text
Golf's
thread was going
longest
a little
day.
bit about it, but, we James Nicholas got through, Kevin Roy got through, a lot of guys that friends of the program, as Moose would say. So pretty cool to see
It pays
that.
to come on Swing It and Ding It.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
guys. Another former guest, Ryan French, one of my favorite follows on X, just a genuine great guy. We've known him for quite some time. He had some big news that he shared, just put it out on X, but Big Break returns this summer, and Ryan's going to be hosting Meet the Contestants, where he travels to all 12 players' homes and introduces their
That's
unique
awesome.
stories. I'm so subscribed to this. I don't think there's a better story.
We have to get Ryan on the show. We have to
We
get him on
do.
soon. Yeah.
Because that's all Ryan has been doing for years, is finding these guys
Yes.
and telling their story, sharing the grind of golf, everything else. So there couldn't be a better fit. Congrats to Ryan in this new role with Big Break. I think it's going to be awesome. It's streaming August 3rd. So
I
we'll
never
definitely-
got into that Big Break show back when it was,
No, but with
in
Ryan
its
doing it, I'm
heyday.
like,
But yeah,
let's
I'll
go.
watch it now. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
watch it now. Yeah.
Especially because he's going to tell you stories about him and get you, you'll have a vested interest. You're like, I like that guy. He's from Delco, and
Yeah.
follow him along. So pretty cool. Congrats to him. This piece of news also coming from Ryan. Adam Svensson, colossal mistake in the Canada playoff. He picked up his coin, Harry Moose, after McGreevy made his putt. And what that did for our listeners, it eliminated him from any potential of earning first alternate. With even worse news is the first alt from Canada is almost for sure going to get in.
Oh,
Right.
man.
So that's tough one for him. He probably is just, he made the putt, picked it up, thought time to go. Didn't think that would.
Now he still would have had to make that putt, and then I believe he would have been tied. I think he would have had to play a playoff hole or something, right?
Multiple spot
to
playoff.
get in. But still, the point is that out of that region, if you will, if you are an alternate, there's a pretty good chance you'll get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tough. Just thinking about the what ifs right there, just for picking up your coin. And I'd rather, miss a 2-footer.
Yeah.
But short tee this week. That's kind of all we have. There's
All right.
some live news with coverage of, if they're going to have enough to pay and this and that. But I thought I'd spare you.
Good stuff. All right. We talked a little bit about our golf. I just said men's league. We got 8 out of 9 holes. Not bad till the storms rolled in. Harry and I played a fun round on Friday at the 1912 Club. Harry, talk about that round and our guests and how that came about.
That was really fun. It came about, and I had actually forgotten that we'd even put this in for this charity, auction. They have to do a silent auction or whatever for a round of golf here, there. And they got a bunch of them. And one of them was to play with Moose and I at either the 1912 Club or the Legacy Club. It was their choice, and drinks and whatnot were all going to be included. And this was over a year ago, and I kind of forgot about it. And all of a sudden, I got this email from this girl named Becca saying, "Hey, we won this. We won this at the Bringing Hope Home is the charity event. It's a Delco thing too, and it was at the Great Guys Dinner for Bringing Hope Home's charity." And they had put the bid in, and they won it a year ago. Like, they've already had the next year's event. Okay. And they just reached out saying, "Hey, is this still good?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I kind of forgot that we even were in that, but yeah, let's set this up." So I reached out to Moose, and he's given me some dates that he's available. And we worked it out to do it this past Friday at 1912, because they live closer to 1912. And we had no idea who they were. I just knew their names, Becca and Sandy. And we met them on the range, or at least I met them on the range at the 1912 Club, told them how to get there. There's the time to get there. There's the tee time. We're all set up. And as soon as I met them, I'm like, we're going to have fun. These gals were great. Becca is an athlete and a player. She's a caddy at Marion. They're both teachers. They're both like teachers, and
teachers,
in the Haverford School District.
Yeah.
And they took the day off. The school was not closed yet. They weren't out of session yet. They took the day off to spend it with us at the 1912 Club and play golf and have some drinks. And we had a ball. Sandy was a beginner. She's only played like 8 rounds of golf coming into this.
Back then, I know, man. She came alive.
I'll tell you what.
A couple cocktails.
She had a couple of transfusions, or no, she
That's
had
my recipe too.
She had the vodka and iced tea. I think
the caffeine.
I think Becca had the transfusion, and you had a transfusion or two, right, Moose?
Oh yeah.
But we had a great time.
Great time. Great company. Awesome. Great round of golf. Harry Mays played really well too. Guy was just smoking fairways.
Becca teed off with us from the white tees the whole way around.
I mean, was out driving us.
Outdrove me on a couple of holes.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, just a great golf swing. So, a lot of fun. So
if you're over at Marion, if you ever go to Marion and you get hooked up, or you have your choice of caddy, ask for Becca. See if she's there.
She's good.
She's
very
great.
Cool.
Good stuff. And now I have Green Valley member guest next week.
Is it next week? Okay.
Next week. Yeah, Thursday practice round, and then right into that.
What's the weather looking like? The advanced.
I haven't looked yet. I saw that it's actually cooling down a little bit, like mid next week.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't. I don't like looking too far in advance. But as of right now, next Friday gets back up to 81 and looks clear.
That's good. That's perfect.
You should be good. We usually luck out over there.
Good deal.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so we head up north. This is it, the last tune-up before the U.S. Open at Shinnecock, the RBC Heritage TPC Toronto at Osprey Valley North Course.
Yeah,
you got no Scotty, no Rory, but a very strong field for a non-signature event here for sure.
Yeah, and Rory's won this event a couple of times, and he's not in it this year. He was in it last year, which they moved this event around a lot, but last year it was at Osprey Point also, the TPC. And now this year, and Rory, this is the one, the week before the U.S. Open, when you're looking at gambling, this is what you got to beware of. These guys that are just showing up for sponsorships, obligations, and they're just going to work on some stuff, and maybe they don't care if they miss the cut, because then they'll just go to Shinnecock early and start their preparation for the U.S. Open. So you got to watch out. Rory missed the cut last year, is my point. It was the week before the U.S. Open. He just went there because he's won there a few times, felt obligated probably, and missed the cut and was fine with it. So. A bunch of big names. I think they got 15 of the top 50 in the world in the pretty good field this week. It's a reclaimed gravel pit is what they built this golf course on, and it really looks good on television. Doug Carrick, who I think is probably pretty much just a Canadian kind of architect, did this in 2001, and a guy named Ian Andrew renovated it in 2023, just prior to getting its first Canadian Open. It's a par 70, 7,389 yards. There's only 2 par 5s, number 1 and number 18, so they bookend the golf course. And Moose, there's 4 par 3s, number 4, 7, 11, and 14 is the rink hole. This is one of the coolest things that they do. They incorporate the hockey thing with the boards and everything, and the fans go nuts, and it's pretty cool. The average green size, 6,500 square feet. Bent grass and POA mix, and there's 48 sand bunkers. Only 3 water hazards in play on 3 holes, but it is in play on 18. Fairways, approaches are bent and POA, and the average fairway is 37 to 39 yards wide, so it's pretty generous, really generous actually off the tee. It's a second shot golf course with some bunkering and some undulating greens. The rough is bluegrass, and it's measuring 3.75 inches to start. That'll only get deeper. And the closing stretch is a big sharp dogleg right par 4, 434 yards is the 15th hole, and then you get a straightaway par 4 16th, that's 513 yards, followed by a 530-yard par 4 17th, and then the par 5 580-yard 18th with water protecting the green in front. So you get that rink hole, and then you get a bunch of beast par 4s and a par 5 coming in. So this was pretty. I remember watching Ryan Fox win here last year in the playoff over Sam Burns. It was pretty good. So
and you got the Nick Taylor win when he got doused with the champagne.
Yeah, that was at a different spot, but that was thrilling. Yeah.
Tackled
No,
by
it was
Adam
security.
Hadwin. Adam
Hadwin.
Hadwin got
Oh,
tackled by the
Yeah.
security guard.
Yeah. Yep.
You always got to watch the Canadians here. Nick Taylor, Corey Connors,
Yeah.
Pendrith, Hughes. You got to watch.
None of them are
those.
playing really well right now. Though.
No.
It's kind of odd, but one will jump up there. You watch.
Yeah.
And you
just
stick
home
Brooke
soil.
Koepka in the lineup, and he's in the top 5 on the BetParx board right off the bat. Right, but
Well,
this
it's
is an
action
event
on
for
Golf
him
Channel
where
too. Yeah.
he's got to get in these events and do
Yeah.
well. Tommy Fleetwood, top of the leaderboard at plus 1100. Don't you kind of feel like Tommy needs a win?
You know, I'm surprised.
Harry's got to post that selfie again. Get it
Well,
out there.
Yeah,
I'm taking him next week at the U.S. Open. Okay, I've already bet that a year ago almost. I got him at 3,500. He's now 2,000 for the U.S. Open. So I got
Nice
a lot of
move.
value there. But I'm surprised he's playing because it'll be 3 weeks in a row when he goes to the U.S. Open. I mean, take a
Yeah.
week off, Tommy. You got to win a major. And Justin Rose is 3 weeks in a row. He's already played 3 weeks in a row, so it'll be 4 weeks, I think, when he gets to Shinnecock. And he's 45 years old. Come on,
Right.
Rosie.
Right when you're hot,
Take
you're
a-
hot.
take
He's
a
playing
break.
well.
Take a break.
Yeah. Well, when we see the line here with BetParx, well, I actually had Matt Fitzpatrick left. I took him in my one.
Oh,
and done.
yeah.
But yeah, on the BetParx board, like I mentioned, you got Fleetwood at plus 1100, Matt Fitzpatrick 1400, Sam Burns 1400, Wyndham Clark, who we said is hot 1800, then Brooks Koepka jumps down to 3300. So it's a top heavy top 5 on the BetParx board. Colin Morikawa, is he going to bounce back and have a good one? I don't know.
Skipped
I
last
don't know.
week's Memorial to come to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And then it's all over the place. Alex Fitzpatrick is in that top 20 at 3,300.
how about Aaron Rye, the PGA champ, way down at 4,100, 4,000?
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, that's surprising to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a hangover still or what they're seeing, but yeah,
I mean, it's a lot of
Pendrith,
value.
It is.
It
definitely is.
Eric Cole, 4,500. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been playing some great golf.
Yeah.
Alex
he has.
Noren is a guy you picked him a few times. He's
Yeah.
always steady in these types of events. Plus 3,800, something to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is strange too how it jumps, right? They have Robert McIntyre is at 2,800, and then the next guy is Shane Lowry at 4,000.
Lowry's played well in this Canadian Open. in
I
the
could
past.
see him for sure.
I like him in the top 10 around plus 280. And A. Fitz, I got in the top 10. He's at plus, 315, somewhere around there in a top 10. And then I took Wyndham Clark in the one and done.
Okay, I like that.
So,
I like that for sure.
last week, Oberg really let me down, man. I'll tell you, 78 on Friday just killed me.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to take a look real quick ahead to let's get our picks now, and then we'll do it again next week. Going into this week, take your pick for the US Open. I think I already have yours.
Yeah, Fleetwood.
Oh yeah,
Tommy.
he just said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
You've had him
think,
for
Danielle?
over a year now, Harry.
Yeah.
He played
Oh.
well at Shinnecock the last time when
I'm actually
Hector won
taking Cam Young. I'm taking
Okay.
the New York win. I'm going with the homer piece.
We'll have to get his caddy on the show.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Nice.
you, D? What's your
I don't know. I need to do some research, and I don't have a gut feelings. I don't have anybody that I'm loving right now, and I definitely didn't get a bet in a year ago, Harry. So
I'm curious to see John Rahm, right, who played really well in the last major.
at PGA at Aronimink?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm always curious to see Bryson and Rahm and some of those guys to see
Tyrrell
how
Hatton
they
too. Yeah.
but that course they're saying Shinnecock is going to be it's going to be a challenge. So and Scotty, right? Like
I was there way back in what was it, 04, I think it was. On that Sunday when they had to water the greens for every other group coming in because they had just lost the golf course. They lost the golf course, and the guys were pissed. Like they'd hit balls in the middle of the green that normally they would just roll off the green. You couldn't hold the one par 3.
it stays 90 up here for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be baked out. Yeah, and the wind just whips through there, man.
Yeah.
It's like a links course. It really is.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. All right. Well, great stuff. We'll be back next week to preview the U.S. Open. Thanks to Ryan Winchester for hopping on. Thanks for back on the links here, Mike
Back on the
Reagan for hopping on. And we appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. We'll be back next week.